Good evening and hello YouTube, welcome aboard the Stormus-Furry biker. Hope everybody's doing well out there, keeping it safe, rubber side down and legal if you're a fellow biker. Starting out as always with a huge shout out to all of my subscribers, old and new. The subscriber count keeps clicking up. Let's hope it keeps doing it. You know, because I'm really enjoying making these videos for you people. As always, before I start my video, got the obligatory shout outs. Steve, Ken and Sue, the Bike Talk crew. If you're looking to do CBT, A1, A2 licenses or direct access and you live in the Nottinghamshire area, check out our Facebook page, check out our website. Give them a ring, drop them a message. Really good people, down to earth, great instructors. And I can vouch for that as well. Now, personal shout outs in this video go to the following people and groups: Laura K, main fursuits, Base of Beauty of the Base, another furry, Artemis Wishfoot, another furry, and to the following non-furries: Rossi Two Wheels, the awesome people at Nottingham Aces, and the brilliant people at Arnold Bike Club. So a big shout out to all of you people. Now, in one of my previous videos, I did a vid about choosing gear, and it was essentially a overview of gear, so to speak. You know, I didn't really go into too much detail about it, so I'm going to focus, you know, on individual pieces of motorcycling gear in a short series of videos. And tonight I'm focusing on perhaps the most important piece of kit you can buy. And no, I'm not talking about your bike. That is pretty fucking important, but it's not. Yeah, I suppose it is one of the most important, but no, I'm not talking about your bike. I'm talking about the most important piece of safety gear you can buy: your crash helmet. Now, there's lots of different helmets out there on the market. Some cheap, as little as 30 quid. Some fucking seriously expensive ones, over £1,000. You know, those are the ones that you see our motorcycling racers wearing, like Rossi and Davizioso and all that. You know, these are some seriously high-tech fucking helmets. Carbon fibre and all that fucking jazzle. So, as I suggested in my first video about gear, you want to buy the best one you can afford. Now, I'm not saying that the really super duper cheap ones are crap, but you want to be looking for the following marks: the British Standard Kite mark for a start. That has to be on the helmet. A Sharp score, which is a different kind of testing which is done to show how good a helmet is at protecting you from impact. And also, and I know they're 10 a penny and they don't really mean much, but I always look for the ACU gold sticker. I mean, you could buy it, you know, they can be bought on fucking eBay and that, cheap as fucking chips, and then stuck onto a helmet. They don't really mean much, but they mean something to me. Guess it's because I'm a bit old school. So, ideally you want to be looking to spend about £100 to £200 for your first helmet, if you can afford it. You know, if not, then go for the best one you can buy on your budget. But you need to be looking for those three marks and the highest Sharp rating you can find in your budget range. So you're in a motorbike gear shop and you see a helmet you really fucking like. Now, just because it's in the colours of Rossi or Simoncelli or one of the racers doesn't mean it's going to be the helmet for you, if I'm honest. Helmets come in different shapes and different sizes internally. So You can get two helmets which are exactly the same on the outside, but internally the structure is completely different. You know, the layout of the pads and the layout of the inner shell, the inner liner. So what you want to do is try on several. I mean, when I chose this one, it's a AGV K3 SV sun visor. I tried on at least 7 different helmets, and despite all being the same size, some were too tight, some were too loose. So yeah, some were too loose, others were too tight, and really uncomfortable. Which meant I wouldn't have been able to wear it for a long time, you know, long journeys and that. Now when you bear in mind that, you know, if you're doing touring and that, you're going to be wearing your helmet for quite some distance, at least two, you know, anything up to 2.5 to 3 hours at a shot. So you need a helmet that's going to be comfortable. Now bear in mind, it may seem a little strange getting one that's a little bit too tight. It's like when you wear it, pushes your cheeks up like a chipmunk's. However, that's the sort of sizing you want to be going for, because the pads will break in over time, and as the pads break in, they'll become more comfortable. Take about 2 to 3 weeks for that to happen, really. And you know, that's what you want to be doing. So the main thing is you want to make sure you're within budget and that you're getting something that's good, you know, good quality. AGV I can recommend, you know, because they make good helmets in some really flashy designs, Rossi designs if you're into Rossi. I think they do Simoncelli as well. My wife, she's got a Guy Martin replica with a pink on it. Looks cool. Does look cool. So what do you want to be looking for in a crash helmet? You know, design wise. You want something that's going to stand out, make you visible. So, I mean, I've gone for the Rossi 2012 winter test design. It's very, very loud from the front. It's yellowy green with a fucking great big number 46 on the front, which then fades into a very svelte matte black. And it's got, you know, Chinese symbols on the back, or Japanese symbols. It looks nice. It's a very lightweight helmet, very, very comfortable. I'll do a full review on it another time. But, you know, I can personally recommend AGV. Some people, AGV may not be comfortable, they may not fit right. So, you know, be looking at companies like Shui or Bell, not End or Housing, just Bell. But again, it's all down to personal preference. I mean, some people like helmets that are just one plain colour, plain white or plain black. It's down to you as a rider. As I said, I personally prefer a helmet that's quite loud, because loud helmets get you seen. It's one of the first things drivers are going to see is your crash helmet, if they're bothered to look in their mirrors or they're looking down the road correctly. Ladies, gentlemen, fans of the furry biker, this is the end of part 1 of choosing a crash helmet. Part 2 will follow shortly. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 2 of the furry biker on choosing the right crash helmet. Presented once again by none other than Stormus, the furry biker, in association with the furry fandom and no other affiliations. Another thing to take into consideration when buying a helmet is if it has a pin lock. You may have heard me mention mine, you know, now and again in other videos. What it is, it's a plastic insert that goes between your visor and your eyes, so to speak, and it acts like double glazing. I mean, while the outside of the area outside the pin lock mists up, you get a nice clear view through where the pin lock sits, when it fits right, that is. Mine's a habit coming a little bit loose and allowing it to fog up slightly. That's no big deal, unless it gets really bad, in which case, yeah. your visor a little bit open. Mind you, my visor's always in the slightly cracked open position. Iridium visors, dark tinted visors, dark visors are unfortunately illegal to ride with on the road. So you've always got to have your clear one in, unless you carry a clear one with you. And if you get pulled over by the police, you can easily change it. I don't know what that's all about, you know, not being allowed tinted visors or iridium visors. I think iridium look fucking cool. But the powers that be say they're not allowed, which is a shame. Next thing you got to consider, and it's one of the most important things, ventilation. There's a fine balance between the amount of ventilation with the helmet that's comfortable, the amount of ventilation that's not comfortable, because vents disrupt airflow over a crash helmet, which creates turbulence, which in turn creates noise, i.e. which can be fucking distracting, can be annoying, can be a headache, which is why a lot of people put earplugs in. This lid I've got at the minute, it's not the quietest, it's not the noisiest. You get helmets with less vents on them, they're going to be quieter. But in hot weather, especially, they may not be as comfortable as one that's got more vents. So it's, you know, it's a bit of a trade-off. Do you want peace and quiet, or do you want to be able to keep nice and cool? And the other thing with a helmet that's got more vents on it is when it comes to wet weather. Rain. More vents, unless you remember to close the fucking things, can mean rain gets into your helmet, making your liner very damp and wet and horrible. I've had that happen, I'll tell you what, it is not nice one bit. It really is not nice. Then you got to consider the closure system. Look at this fucking twat. Yeah, the main closure systems are the 2D rings, the micro ratchet, and the quick release. You know, all have their good points and bad points, but it all depends on what's comfortable for you. Again, it's down to personal preference as to which, you know, which helmet steering system you go for. So I've got a micro ratchet on mine. Does the job. It's quick, easy to get on, easy to get off, and yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. Yeah, and one last thing before I finish this video. The final thing to consider with the crash helmet is its shelf life. As cool as it would be to wear the same helmet, you know, year in, year out, the amount of time you spend biking, unfortunately crash helmets do have a shelf life. General consensus of opinion is to replace them every 5 years, or if you have a big off, or even if you drop it from any sort of height onto a hard surface. You can't tell whether there's damage to the inside of the helmet or not. But it's better to be safe than sorry. You know, so it's better to be safe than sorry than risk it. Because if you have any damage to the inside of your crash helmet, even if you know, you're probably not going to know it's damaged if you don't see a crack on the outside, or any damage to the exterior of your helmet, maybe just a bit of scuffing. You never know. It's better in the long run to just replace it. Because if your helmet is damaged after being dropped, I can guarantee it won't do the job it's designed for in the event of a big crash. Not being morbid or out. but that's just the way things are, unfortunately. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for coming on board with the Furry Biker, aka Stormus. And you know, if you like what you've seen, throw me a like. If you got something to say and you're not going to be a dick, then throw me a comment. And if you want to come on board for more weird, wacky, crazy videos, vlogs, clips, and even the odd bloopers compilation, then hit that nice little red subscribe button. So until next time, everybody, this is Stormus, the Furry Biker, saying until next time, keep it safe, rubber side down if you're a biker, legal, and until next time, viewers, bye!